the Nonprofit Podcast, powered by Donorbox.
You've just finished a successful year-end fundraising campaign. The cheers are echoing, the confetti is settling, but there's a looming question. What about those year-end tax receipts? Welcome to the Nonprofit Podcast. I'm Jena, the nonprofit advocate here at Donorbox. We are back from our short holiday hiatus and ready to deliver weekly practical actions you can use today to increase donations and take your nonprofit to the next level this year. Now, in the glow of a new year, your supporters aren't just reflecting on the impact they've made through their gifts, they are also getting ready for the inevitable encounter with tax season. This is a topic that nonprofits cannot afford to overlook, and today I'm going to break down the essentials of year-end tax receipts and hopefully make the process a little easier for you. Let's kick things off by talking about why year-end tax receipts are a big deal. They are more than just a formality. They serve as official documentation for your donors, confirming their charitable contributions. And there is a legal requirement that 501c3 organizations recognize all donations of more than $250. But beyond this, they're also your chance to shower your donors with gratitude and show them the incredible impact they've made. It's like saying, hey, your support matters and we appreciate you, right? And these tax receipts are often a deciding factor for donors when considering future contributions. A well-crafted, comprehensive, and tax-compliant receipt will leave a lasting impression, fostering that sense of trust and connection. Now, let's talk about some best practices for creating impactful year-end tax receipts. I've got a handful of tips for you. So tip number 1, compliance matters. You need to make sure that your receipt stands up to IRS standards. So here are your must-have elements. Number 1, the name of your organization. Number 2, the amount of cash contribution. 3, a description but not the value of non-cash contribution. 4, a statement that no goods or services were provided by your organization in return for the contribution, if that was the case. So for example, maybe a donor donates $100 to your organization. If your organization did not provide any goods or services in return for that donation, so no merchandise, event tickets, or other benefits, your organization would include a statement confirming this. The statement might look like, we confirm that no goods or services were provided by our organization in return for the contribution of $100. Makes sense, right? Number 5, a description and good faith estimate of the value of goods or services, if any, that an organization provided in return for the contribution. And number 6, a statement that goods or services, if any, that your organization provided in return for the contribution consisted entirely of intangible religious benefits. So, for example, let's say a donor contributes $200 to your organization. In return, your organization provides the donor with intangible religious benefits such as admission to a religious ceremony or religious counseling or a prayer session. In this case, your organization would include a statement in the acknowledgement letter specifying that those goods or services provided in return for the contribution consisted entirely of those intangible religious benefits. Does that make sense? Now, while we're on this note, remember to include the donor's name. And while it's not mandatory, throwing in your organization's address and EIN can be a nice touch. And do not forget the date. If the donor receipt doesn't include the date, the contribution may be disallowed entirely. So your organization needs to be especially careful around the year-end hustle when a donor mails a check in December, but maybe it takes its sweet time to reach your mailbox in January. So be vigilant and make sure that you report the correct date on the donor receipt. My tip number 2 is send swiftly. You all know that time matters in the world of giving. Once the new year rolls around, you need to move quickly. It's always best to provide donors with any year-end receipts before January 31st of the following year. And promptly sending out those tax receipts isn't just about compliance. Well, yes, that is important, certainly. It's also about capturing the warmth, the emotional ties to the moment. The faster your donors receive their acknowledgement, the more connected your donors feel to the impact of their contribution. So be swift It is a small gesture with significant returns. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, but Jena, this process seems so tedious. Don't worry, we have got your back. At Donorbox, we totally understand the importance of seamless, efficient, personalized receipting. Our user-friendly platform allows you to easily generate and customize year-end tax receipts right there in your admin dashboard. You create a year-end email and tailor the message to express your unique appreciation with images and videos, and even include personalized details about the donor's contributions. And then you can even edit your year-end tax receipt PDF attachment settings. So this is really awesome, really customizable. And the best part is that there is no more manual data entry or hours spent on paperwork. With Donorbox, you can easily send receipts at the end of the year with just a few clicks, saving you lots of time and ensuring your donors receive their documentation promptly. And the best part here is that you not only streamline your operations, but you also enhance the overall donor experience. And happy donors are more likely to become repeat donors. And for those of you wondering how to navigate this seamlessly with Donorbox, we've got a helpful how-to guide for sending tax receipts through our platform. So we will drop the link in the show notes. Be sure to look for that and check it out. Now, let's go beyond the technicalities. Your year-end tax receipt is a great place to combine some engaging elements to make it feel even more personalized and meaningful. So tip number 3 is convey impact. In your letter, break down how their donation was used, from funding specific programs to supporting projects. The transparency builds trust and engages donors. Your letter should be a storytelling opportunity showcasing those tangible outcomes of their generosity, while the receipt just holds the details of their transaction. So paint a vivid picture of the lives they've impacted and turn these routine acknowledgments into a really compelling narrative. Tip number 4, offer additional resources. Provide links to your website or social media where donors can explore more about your ongoing projects, success stories, or upcoming initiatives. And this just keeps them more involved and keeps your organization on their radar for the new year. Tip number 5, seek feedback. If you'd like, you can include a brief survey or encourage donors to share their thoughts. This not only demonstrates that you value their opinion, but also provides valuable insights for improving your donor relations in the new year. I think starting 2024 with a great donor survey is a great way to get off on a good foot. And finally, tip number 6, provide future engagement opportunities. Use the receipt as an opportunity to invite donors to upcoming events, webinars, or volunteer opportunities. It keeps them engaged again and involves your organization's activities beyond just this initial donation, right? And I've also seen some organizations have really great success adding a giving appeal to their tax receipt letter, asking previous donors to renew their support for the new year. And yes, I know we tell you regularly not to conflate the ask with acknowledgement, but I think this is the only time when it's okay to add an ask in with a note of gratitude. Now, before we wrap up, let me share a couple more thoughts. It's important to take the time to understand your donors' preferences. Some may prefer a digital year-end tax receipt, while others appreciate a tangible receipt in the mail. And knowing these preferences enhances the personal touch. And for those of you who have been diligently using Donorbox for your fundraising, remember that Donorbox is not just a tool, it's your partner in donor stewardship. So explore the features, customize your receipts, and let the platform work for you so you can focus on what matters most this year, your mission. So there you have it, 6 tips to make your year-end tax receipts not just a transaction record, but a celebration of the impact you've made together. Thank you for starting the new year with the Nonprofit Podcast. I hope you've left with the confidence to take a small step today that will make a big difference tomorrow. Be sure to click the download button on your podcast player, then leave the Nonprofit Podcast a review, or give it a thumbs up if you're listening to the Nonprofit Podcast on YouTube. Your review is a great way to help others find us. You're here to help others. We're here to help you. Until next time, stay inspired.
That warm feeling when you help someone, it's not just happiness, it's fulfillment. And we believe it should be available to everyone, from frontline heroes to first-time fundraisers. Our tools empower you to help others. This is our mission. This is Donorbox, helping you help others.